control what they do. This is problematic for all of us. Not just you know, the county that I happen to be doing the audit in, but it's also problematic for every single county in the United States of America.
All right, Dave. Well, listen, appreciate the time. Thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you again soon. Folks can find out about that seminar on your website, Clouded Titles. We'll talk to you again soon. And the book is available. The average person doesn't know any of this. Even most lawyers don't know this, or they put you through the system and just collect a bunch of fees off of you. There's a lot of frauds out there. There's a lot of good lawyers as well. There are a lot of frauds out there. They don't even know what's in Krieger's book. I've been researching this since about 96, 97. Patriot folks would come and bring these documents to me and tell me about it. I'm like, you're nuts. There's no way that's going on. And then about a decade ago, I learned it was all true, researched it. I read his book, and I know a lot about this, folks. And this 10 times the knowledge I had is in this book. Okay? I mean, I know how to go draw stuff up in court filings, you name it. And I've done it before myself. Now, over the years, I've got good lawyers and things that can do things for me. But I'm not bragging. I just know how to do a legal filing, going off precedent, copying other filings, you know, changing them. Pro se. This is what lawyers are using, clouded titles, but it's easy to understand. It's off precedents. It's updated every year with the new precedents, the new cases. And we have a lot of lawyers on that recommend Krieger's book that are winning against the banks. And if they've made mistakes or they violated the law, you can basically kick their butt. Instead of going to one of these shyster lawyers who doesn't know what's going on or who doesn't care. The book is available at InfoWarsStore.com or by calling 888-253-3139. 888-253-3139. One other plug today. It's a $29.95 value. We did this sale 2 years ago. They all sold out in a couple of weeks. Looks like it's going to happen by the middle of next week again because we have a limited number. It's stainless steel stand for all the ProPure, incredible gravity-fed filters that cut the glyphosates out of the water. You better do that if you don't want your daughter going into puberty when she's 7. You know, the new average is about to be 8. It was 13 100 years ago, and then 12, 20 years ago, and now it's 10. And it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable, and it makes me very angry that, you know, then my kids will have kids that go into puberty when they're 5. I mean, kids are going into puberty now at age 3 by the thousands. Look it up. And it's not a crisis. You better religiously filter your water, and it better be one that cuts out glyphosates and fluoride like the ProPure. You better eat organic, myself included. I mean, I need to start being more focused about it because it's out of control and it's going to affect everybody if it isn't already affecting you. So you can get a free stand and 10% off with promo code WATER. That's the biggest sale we've ever done with the free stand along with the 10% off at InfoWarsStore.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Just say WATER and you get the free stand with your purchase and the 10% off. So now with the promo code WATER, a free stand and 10% off, InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. We have another guest joining us, and I went over with that guest, and we have Dr. Wallach in studio. And I tell you, I've read a couple of his books, and they were powerful. I read when I was on vacation last week, and my dad, who's a chemist and also an oral surgeon and a doctor, dentist, doctor of dental surgery, read it. And it's everything I grew up hearing. It's really well-known science about epigenetics. And if you don't get the nutrients you need, that's what triggers the genetic predisposition. What's the word? Predisposition. Yes. Predisposition to have those problems. A lot of people have a that's that one word I can't say. Predisposition. When I get in a hurry, I can't talk. Have a predisposition. If you smoke a bunch of cigarettes, you're going to get lung cancer. Somebody else can live to 105 and smoke cigarettes. They had genetics that were much stronger to not get lung cancer, but they might not be able to handle cold water as much and die of hydrothermia a lot quicker. I mean, that's the thing about genetics. Some people can bench press more. Some women can have 10 babies. Other women can only have 1. Some people have better eyesight. Others don't. So it's nature and nurture. But they're telling you there's no nurture involved. It's all nature, your genes you've got. Well, you may have the best genes for the best heart out there in the world. If I go in there and shoot you in the heart, you're going to die probably. I put a 12 gauge up to you with buckshot and pull the trigger right into your heart. So this is mainline science, and I read the book before we started selling it, and it's powerful, and it's revolutionary. And this is where he discovered all this, being one of the top zoologists, veterinarians in the country. He was tasked and became famous. I remember him being on TV when I was a kid, white rhinos and other things, with being able to keep animals alive at zoos. They didn't know why they were dying. Well, they were giving them these Purina and other feeds. Not knocking Purina, it's just that they didn't have trace elements they needed. And so it's big money in keeping the tigers, the lions, the bears, oh my, alive. That's how he got into this. So he's going to be joining us to talk about his new book, Epigenetics. I said I'd give you the secrets of Al-Qaeda. The truth is they're not secret. It's hiding in plain view. It's coming up in the next segment. I'll be as concise and focused as I can. And I'm going to do a special report for the news tonight. And I'm going to do it out of the new studio. So we'll get doing them ready. I'm doing it in the new studio tonight. Just that report.
This hour brought to you by InfidelBodyArmor.com. When it hits the fan, don't be left without the body armor that will save your life. With prices starting at just $374.99 and ships free. Get yours at InfidelBodyArmor.com. Just won't quit.
Hi, Ted Anderson with Midas Resources. Is it time to convert paper 401ks and IRAs to solid gold and silver yet? Get our 10 Reasons book free. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Are you happy doing your laundry with perfume detergents that irritate your skin? Are you happy washing your hands with stinking fragrances that gives your skin rashes? Are you happy paying new, higher prices for smaller boxes? Find your happiness today with our 1 to 4 year supply of pure soaps or our 1 to 2 month sampler with bar soap, shampoo, laundry, and dish soap at 5starsoap.com. You deserve the best. Happiness is 5starsoap.com.
General, what do you think about the FBI saying that there's a terror alert on Monday about a potential Fort Hood situation?
The police are shoving people, shoving Alex, shoving the crowd.
Here we go, folks. I'm being assaulted.
Whether it's the radio show, the news websites, documentary films, or the nightly news, InfoWars is the tip of the spear.
Is this another false flag stage attack to take our civil liberties and put more homeland security while sticking their hands down on the pants on the streets?
It's up to us to set brush fires in the minds of men and women everywhere. And that's what PrisonPlanet.tv is designed to do.
You watch, the Assad regime is going to be blamed or accused of using chemical weapons against the so-called rebels.
What we see now is a war against reality. It's a war against the truth.
It's more vital than ever that supporters of freedom become members of PrisonPlanet.tv and share their membership with up to 11 friends and family. Visit InfoWarsNews.com today. Become a member, share your membership, and help take the InfoWar to the next level.
This is an alert. If your business or church is building this year, you're about to pay more than you should. And this could mean thousands of dollars more for your office, retail space, church, or warehouse. A General Steel building can save you as much as half the cost and time of similar conventional construction. And we're offering rebates of up to $20,000 to help you build today. Call General Steel for free information that could save you thousands. Call 866-91-STEEL. 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Our founders pledged their lives, fortunes, and sacred honor to fight tyranny, and it's time to fight again. I'm Tisha Cassida, and I'm running as an independent for Congress in Colorado. I fight to end the military police state, ban GMO toxic foods, and abolish legal tender laws. Consider donating some of your hard-earned fiat currency to help me fight. Donate $25 or more, and you'll receive a gift to awaken others. I need and appreciate your support. Please donate at Cassida2014.com. That's CASIDA 2014.com.
Paid for by the Committee to elect Tisha Cassida to Congress.
Some folks are born made to wait to fly. Ooh, the red, white, and blue. The red, white, and blue. And when the band plays, hail to the chief Lord knows.
Ladies and gentlemen, you notice it just suddenly happened, like Hitler attacking Poland to launch World War II. Boom! Jihadis out of the west of Iraq and the south take most of the country and are taking Baghdad as it falls. They are executing Shiites, Christians en masse. There are photos, there are video. We've been showing some of that here today. 800,000 refugees are estimated to be fleeing right now. This is unbelievable. If they go into Saudi Arabia and they're Shiite, they'll basically be killed. Saudi Arabia is running this entire operation. And on record, and Kurt Nemo's doing an article on this the last 3 years, they've been arming al-Qaeda in Iraq and in Turkey to then invade Syria. And I said then, they are doing a replay of British intelligence from 1901 to 1931, when they founded the Saudi Arabian Empire, out of a group of vicious, hard criminals that had been raiding spice caravans for thousands of years. And you got to say the Bedouins, the particular group of Bedouins, are really rough, vicious, like Arab Wild Wild West Texans or something. And they took that small group, made them force all the other tribes under them. With British help and weapons, they took over Syria, everything. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Saudi Arabia Wahhabist Sunni. Now, Sunni's 80% of Islam, but the Wahhabists were only like 5%. Now they're about 30%. They're forcing everybody else to radicalize to them. And there are shots of the highways, just tens of thousands as prisoners being marched off to be forced to convert or being killed. And our media is sitting there with a giant hoax saying Obama's bombing them with drones, Obama's fighting back. This is all a setup. They will have a simulation where they will kill some low-level al-Qaeda people that are pouring in armored vehicles, brand new Mercedes and Toyotas and Jeeps. It was all massively staged in their base in the West. Saudi Arabia, NATO, Obama, on record, and they're now taking the country down. This was all planned. They're not just going to take Syria down, folks. They're going to take Iraq down. They had to get rid of Saddam first. Then they had to act like they liberated it. The U.S. pulls out. They drop it to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is conquering at least half of Iraq. They may leave part of the north to be Kurd and Shiite. The plan was always to break it in two, maybe three. Same thing in Syria. You've heard the CIA contractors on the show breaking it down. Benghazi was about shipping the weapons up there. This is mind-blowing. Now, the reason I know how they work is I've studied history. This is all mainline history. They gave the country to Libya, and their flag flies over most of the cities now, al-Qaeda flag. WorldNet Daily's reporting. 200 U.S. contractors surrounded by jihadists in Iraq. So this is real. They're going to kill U.S. troops and contractors. They're going to kill Christians. Oh, it's real. And the highest levels of al-Qaeda understand they're being protected by the West and protected by British intelligence. Al-Qaeda is the New World Order's secret army they use to menace the West so our rights can be taken. Then they use it to overthrow all the secular Arab governments. They tried to have al-Qaeda last year overthrow the Egyptians, remember? They were burning churches, crucifying everybody, till the army came in and threw them out. You see, and the Egyptian government says our government's doing it. It is doing it. Our government runs al-Qaeda, folks. I'm going to come right back and finish up this, but I'm going to go over all the documentation in the next segment. Then tonight, the special report.
Man, when I get home from work, all Betty does is watch her reality TV and then she goes to sleep. I can take her on romantic dates, I get her flowers, you name it. She's just not the woman I married.
Oh, Ralph, that's just awful.
Does this seem familiar? Are the honeymoon days of your relationship long gone? If so, consider this: the abundance of chemical additives, pesticides, BPA containers, contaminated tap water, and other toxic substances found in our environment. Experts know our bodies are suffering and being thrown off balance, especially when it comes to your natural systems. Forget synthetic chemicals. Super Female Vitality brings forward key herbs specifically chosen for women's biology without the use of phony additives. Get your bottle of Super Female Vitality today at InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsStore.com, or call 1-888-253-3139. InfoWarsLife.com. Live life healthy.
waging war